Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Driven Wyld. Today we are talking about scheduling dashes on Doordash. So unless you're a top dasher or it's really not busy in your area ever, you're going to need to schedule your dash on a daily basis in order to actually make money on the platform. And there are a lot of strategies and nuances that people don't really talk about in terms of actually scheduling dashes that can either help you make money or lose money in the process. So with that said, I want to go over everything you must know about scheduling dashes on DoorDash, what they tell you versus how it actually is, and everything in between. But before we do that, let's go over a quick disclaimer. The content of this video does not contain, is never intended to be legal, business, financial, tax, or health advice of any kind. This video is for entertainment purposes only, as advised so you conduct your own research and consult qualified professionals before applying anything you find online. I also want to be clear that everything that we're going to be going over in this video is very market dependent, and what applies to me and my market may not apply to you. So with that said, let's get started. How to schedule and or edit a dash. Note, DoorDash support cannot schedule, add, edit, or extend your dash. Our app updates in real time, and you are able to do this in the app. Yeah, that's one of the things that kind of keep independent contractors independent. We are the ones that schedule ourselves. Literally, no one else can do it for us. Not to mention, DoorDash support is the north side of useless anyway. Schedule a dash. In the Dasher app, go to the Schedule tab. Note, if your Dash Now button says schedule a dash, you can do the scheduling from there too. Now, 9 times out of 10, I just go straight to the schedule tab. I would basically do everything from the schedule tab, so I have a strong sense of time management as well. In the available tab, you'll see the upcoming days of the week at the top. Select a day. You can choose a starting point and available times for your dash. Note, if your preferred time is not shown, we've reached scheduled driver capacity for that time slot. Our schedule is constantly updating, and we suggest checking back later or choosing another starting point. Now, another point to be added onto that is that scheduled drivers do actually have priority. I ended up stumbling upon that fact in my troubleshooting video. I will leave that video in the description. Feel free to check that out. Once you see a dash you like, tap on it to select your preferred start and end times within the given time frame. Tap Save Dash. That's it. You are now scheduled to dash for that area, day, and time. Now, let's say you schedule as far out as possible, which is exactly what I recommend, and you see it just when it drops. And you're the type of driver that schedule themselves at 8 a.m. and they kind of just don't choose an end time, right? Like, they're gonna go for as long as they have to in order to hit their goal. I would personally recommend breaking up that block as much as possible. Number one, if something happens and you're running late, you're going to lose the whole block if you don't address it as soon as possible. I have a theory about schedule utilization, and the more active time you have versus the amount of dash time you have, the more the apps are going to prioritize you in terms of getting orders, not necessarily quality orders, but more orders in general. And I am a cherry picker by heart, like 20-30% AR is usually where I dangle. And the further out that you schedule yourself, the more priority you're going to have. And then let's say you decide to cut out early and the entire block goes right back to the main pool of other drivers. They can end up sniping the rest of the route if you decide to go back in again. Leave yourself some options, you know? Delete or edit a scheduled dash. We understand that things may come up and you may need to delete or edit the start and or end times for your scheduled dash. You could do this within the app. Go to the schedule page, tap on the day you've scheduled a dash, tap on the scheduled tab, scroll through the times, and tap on the dash you'd like to delete or edit. To delete, tap on delete in the top right hand corner. To edit the start or end time, tap on the time, select your new time, click done, and then save dash. Now, editing means reducing the time, not necessarily extending it. If there is no availability to extend it, they're not going to. So you would have to start up another dash on top of that. Scheduling tips. If you don't see a city and time that works for you, i.e. can't schedule a dash, this means we have enough dashers on the road for your preferred area and time. Check back later as additional time slots may open up. And it could open up for a lot of different reasons, like the dinner rush is a stronger rush than they thought, or there's just a lot of orders going around and not enough drivers in general, or maybe a lot of drivers cut out so you can go in. That doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get quality orders, but it's something to keep in mind. Remember that you can always sign in to the app at any time and Dash Now if available. If Dash Now isn't available, it means we have reached the number of dashers needed in that area. Please try again later. Now, of course, if you're a top dasher, you always have Dash Now, but at the same time, I've actually been a top dasher and I've been a cherry picker, and I have found that if I schedule myself out as much as possible, I get more orders than I would as a top dasher, so it is what it is. If you have a previous dash scheduled, you will not be able to schedule a new dash or extend a current dash within 30 minutes of the scheduled dash start. This is to give you enough time to head to that scheduled area. So let's say you have a dash going from 8 to 11 and you want to schedule another one for lunch. You can't have another dash starting at 11. It has to start at 11:30 and there's no overlapping. Why can't I schedule a dash, extend a dash, or Dash Now? New dashers. If you're a new dasher but have not received a welcome email from Doordash stating your account is activated, the app and its features will be limited. Be sure you have completed the dasher sign up process. Set up your red card to activate your account. Even though you may not have received your red card yet, you may be in a market that allows you to instant dash without having a welcome kit. Existing dashers. You can dash now or schedule a dash for later. When dashing, drive to a hotspot to maximize your opportunity to receive orders. You can also edit or delete an existing dash. Now, I'm gonna tell you right now, hotspots are not typically a great place to actually dash. The hotspots act almost like a moth to a flame. The closer you get to the flame, the greater chance you're going to get burned, and all of the moths around it are surrounding that flame. So it's going to be oversaturated, and not to mention, the reason it's a hotspot is because there's a lot of orders within that 10-minute time frame. That doesn't mean the orders are good. That doesn't mean that it's actually worth being in that area. It's just the fact that there are more orders. So you're better off making your own hotspots. And if you're not really sure what I mean and you want to get a little bit more clarity on the subject as well, I made a video all about the Doordash hotspot system. I will leave that video in the description. Feel free to check that out. Now, I do have a few side notes that I would like to go over on this subject. Schedule drop times. There's going to be two different answers to this particular point. Well, really 3 different times. The first is when the schedule drop time is you're just a dasher, you have no access to any of the programs, blah, blah, blah. The drop times are going to be either midnight or 1 a.m., and that is for the furthest day on the schedule. So in the example that we were showing before, it's Tuesday. The schedule for Monday is going to be available midnight or 1 a.m. depending on the market. And in some areas, those scheduled dashes disappear fast. So keep that in mind too. Now, the exception to that rule is if you have access to the early access scheduling system. I made a video on that as well. I will leave that video in the description. I know I'm plugging way too much already, but all of it is relevant to the video. Feel free to check that out. Checking into your dash. So you could check into a scheduled dash up to 15 minutes before the start time and up to 30 minutes after. So let's say your dash starts at 11. Right? You can check into that 11 a.m. dash at 10:45 a.m. up to 11:30. And you're going to get text messages reminding you over and over again to get into your dash. You know what I'm talking about? They do kind of annoy you about that. Top dasher versus scheduling. I'm going to be real with you. Some markets may actually require top dasher just for the innate need to actually get online and actually schedule yourself if you absolutely can. Sometimes you will and sometimes you won't. But for me, I have always preferred scheduling because top dasher, while it is kind of cool to dash now whenever you want to, I've always just gotten more orders just scheduling myself out. Like, I've made more money having better time management and scheduling myself ahead of time than depending on top dasher to feed into my bad habits and actually not help me make as much money as possible. You know what I mean? Building momentum with scheduling. So momentum is a concept that dashers know about, and the apps are funny about, but not a lot of people talk about. Put it this way, these apps don't want to make you busy, they want to keep you busy. So if you're somebody who's accepting a lot of different orders, they're going to keep sending you orders, especially if you have orders. Have you ever noticed that a lot of the times when you accept an order, you're going to get a bunch of different add-ons and then it's going to totally break for a while? Or just when you're about to finish an order, they send you a bunch of different orders then? Or even more on top of that, like you just finish an order, you just complete and all that, you go back to the home screen and it's immediately another order hits your account. That's when you have momentum. Now, again, momentum doesn't mean you're getting better orders. It means you're getting more orders. In order for you to get the better orders, you do need to have more orders coming through. So there's a healthy balance that you need to find and maintain. Now, let's talk about this also. When you start a scheduled dash versus the middle and end. Now, another way that people like to build momentum is understanding when you start a dash, that's when you're going to get a lot of orders hitting your account. But let's say you decline every single one of those orders and you feel this time lag, and then you feel a bunch of more orders, and then there's even more time lag. Not only are you killing your momentum, you're killing your priority. It's like DoorDash puts you in a timeout or something. So much for independent contractor, right? But there is a trick that a lot of people like to use, especially if you're multi-apping, and that is having just a whole lot of half-an-hour blocks and just filling your schedule with those half-an-hour blocks. You know what I'm talking about? So if you were planning to deliver anywhere between 8 a.m. to 10 p.m., you would have half-an-hour blocks at 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And you would just use the innate momentum at that point to actually just continue to get orders. Then there's also the point of using scheduling to maximize your promo pay, depending on what the promo pay actually is. Let's say there is a 11 to 2 p.m. promo pay that's coming out, and there's also a 2 to 5 p.m. and a 5 to 9 p.m. all promo pays. So what I used to do is where I would make 11 to 1:30 block, and then 2 o'clock to 4:30, and then 5 to 9 to actually maximize the value of the schedule and the promo pay so I could capitalize on as much of it as possible. Especially if they just drop it in front of you and you don't even notice it. However, they have started implementing dynamic peak pay, so keep that in mind as well. And dynamic peak pay doesn't have a schedule. However, there is one other point I do have to make on the concept of promo pay. Never chase promo pay. Don't use your schedule to chase promo pay. That's a great way to oversaturate an area too, is having a bunch of promo pay in a single location and then having all the drivers in the area just funnel into that place. Again, a moth to a flame, and you're gonna get burned. Momentum is more important than multi-apping. So if you have momentum and you are getting good orders and quality orders on DoorDash, there's no reason to start opening up other apps if that app is feeding you that well. Now, again, if they're just throwing a bunch of nonsense at you and all it is just distracting you while you're driving, yeah, go ahead and use Uber Eats, use Grubhub, use all the other apps. It makes sense. But if you don't have momentum at all, you definitely should be multi-apping. But prioritize momentum if you have it. What I like to do is when I finish an order on DoorDash or finish an order on Uber Eats or Grubhub, I count backwards from 10. If I did not receive orders or I didn't receive good orders, I'll turn on the other apps. But until then, I'm not turning them on again. There's just gonna be a distraction. Of course, if Grubhub isn't sending you many orders, it's not gonna be very distracting, but that's not the point. Another quick point on multi-apping, just because momentum is more important than multi-apping, that doesn't mean you don't multi-app at all. It is vital that you're never too dependent on any one gig app. Like if DoorDash isn't sending you orders and you are scheduled and you're doing everything right on the platform, it is irresponsible to not have other opportunities available to you. You're an independent contractor, not a 1099 employee. So sign up for as many apps as possible while at the same time maximizing the value of each of those apps. Did I miss anything? Is there something else about scheduling yourself on DoorDash that I've yet to cover in this video? Let me know in the comments. Let's make sure that anybody and everybody knows anything and everything that they must know about the DoorDash scheduling system, so that way we can make the most amount of money in the least amount of time in the safest possible way. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.